afternoon, everybody. So this is our next topic for your introduction to research for MedLab Science. We have discussed already some parts of Chapter 1, and that would be your title, introduction, your objective, and the significance of the study. So right now, I will have to just explain to you how are you going to create your theoretical framework and your operational framework. And lastly, the last part of the chapter 1 would be your definition of terms. Okay, so we start with your theoretical framework. So I just want to remind everybody that kindly answer all the pre-assessment tests. At the same time, you should be able to answer the post-assessment test right after this video blog or your lecture vlog. And then you have to complete the activity that are being given to you. Now, please take note that you are already in group. Okay? You are grouped together. You have your respective group. So, ibig sabihin, yung mga susunod na gagawin nyo, of course, today I'll be checking your title as a group, and then after that, I'll be asking you to provide the introduction and the objectives of the study and the significance of the study. Tapos, tuloy-tuloy na hanggang sa matapos, no, yung chapter 1. So, let me just explain to you the theoretical framework. So, meron pa tayong tatlo: theoretical framework, operational framework, and then definition of terms. So, sa theoretical framework, you just have to discuss, okay, define, and you should be able to evaluate some theories that will be relevant to your study. For example, kung ang sinabi mo po, medyo i-move natin ng ganun para medyo may liwaliwanag, ha. Kunyari po, sinabi mo po at ang iyong proposal ay ang proposal mo ay antigen-antibody reaction. Okay? So, you have to specify in your theoretical framework the premise of the study. So, what principles are you trying to use, or principles that you're trying to apply? For example, yun nga, reaction yung serological activity or agglutination reaction. Then, therefore, you have to specify in the theoretical framework the lock and key theory and the antigen-antibody reaction theory, which is stated, of course, in almost all serological or immunology and serology book. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, ito po yung ating pamantayan kung bakit po natin ginagawa ito. Ito po ang magiging pamantayan natin, yung principles ng ating pong iniaaral. For example, we would want to test antimicrobial susceptibility against certain organism. Then, of course, it will follow the germ theory, which is postulated by Robert Koch, that an organism may grow in such a condition where there is like this and like that, and that it can be inhibited by certain inhibitory factors. So, yun yung mga theoretical framework. For example, you would want to study the effect of long storage, the effect of long storage to the level of glucose. Then your experiment will actually, or your study will actually revolve around the enzymic principles. Then therefore, the theoretical framework that you should use in the theoretical framework that you should indicate should be the enzymic activity of glucose oxidase test, if that is your premise. Okay? So, kung saan magre-revolve ang iyong study, yun ang theoretical framework mo. Kung for example nga, pinakamaganda kasi at pinakamadali ay halimbawa nga po yung antigen-antibody reaction. Kung sinasabi mo po na mayroong antigen-antibody reaction, then wala po tayong problema doon. Ang gamitin po natin ay ang antigen-antibody lock and key theory. So, same with, actually, lock and key theory rin naman ang nag-govern naman sa enzymic testing, no? So, if we would want to test the effectivity or the effect of the long storage of your blood glucose by determination of the level, we would want to assess the enzymic activity or the efficiency of the glucose oxidase test method to a stored, no, a blood with prolonged storage, then we would apply the principles of the lock and key theory and the Michaelis Menten, of course, okay, yung the substrate. So, yun yung theoretical framework. Ano po ang premise nyo? Ano po ang basis nyo sa pag-aaral na ito? Ano po ang prinsipyo na gagamitin ninyo? Principles and theories that you think may support your proposed study. Now, apart from your theoretical framework, we have your operational framework. So, yung operational framework will be presented as tatlong box po siya: input, process, and output. Yung input po, ito po yung mga gagamitin nyo, for example, sa inyong study. Halimbawa po, gusto niyo pong malaman ng antimicrobial property ng oregano sa specific bacteria like Escherichia coli. Ilalagay niyo po doon sa input niyo ay the different concentration of oregano extract at saka yung pong bacteria, yung Escherichia coli po. Yun po ang inyong kailangang ilagay sa input. Ngayon po yung process. Paano niyo po ma-measure or paano po kayo makaka-arrive doon sa gusto niyo pong output? Ano po, doon sa gusto niyo pong resulta. So, definitely, you have to put there the process. For example, ano po bang process para malaman po natin ang antimicrobial susceptibility po ng plant extract? You can do your Kirby-Bauer test method. And of course, before doing so, we have to extract that particular component from the plant. So, kailangan nandun po sa process ang extraction. Ano po, ng plant extract. And then the output, what is the data to be gathered? Baga, ano po yung mga dapat nating i-record o ano po ang dapat ba nitong marating? So, in that case, if the study is like that, then ang kailangan mo pong maging output is zone of inhibition. Yung pong measurement and category of inhibition. So, that will be input, process, and output. So, yan po yung nandito po sa inyong libro, theoretical. You just have to follow what is instructed or what are the technical requirement of your theoretical framework. How are you going to write it? Of course, you have to follow the APA 6th edition format. And also, do not forget to cite the author. Plus, sa operational framework, same thing. Okay, meron naman pong examples dyan. Then, you just have to follow the example. Ano po? So, you have the technical ruling on how to create your operational framework. Magkaiba po ang operational framework sa conceptual framework. Mas mahaba pong gawin ang conceptual. Actually po, mas nagkakalapit po ang conceptual at theoretical. Ang conceptual lamang po ay paradigm po siya. So, isusulat niyo po yung principle o yung theory niyo po, and then the objectives, and then the process, and the output. So, nandun din po. So, ang malinaw lamang po sa operational at sa conceptual, makikita niyo na po doon yung mga variables, both the independent and the dependent variables. Ano po? So, last part of your, let us see, the last part of your chapter 1 would be definition of terms. Madali lang naman po ang definition of terms, lalo na kung pagbabasihan po natin ng explanation, galing po sa isang medical dictionary or sa Webster or sa Merriam-Webster dictionary. Ano po? So, yung definition of terms, ang pinakamahalaga po doon ay definition po, yung how do you define those terms, how is it used according to how it is used in the study. Okay? For example, you want to define agglutination. Of course, you have to define it technically. When I say technically, how it was being defined by the common dictionary. in the common medical dictionary that are available, no? You have to define it. And after that, it has to be followed by the statement, in this study, agglutination is, ano po ang definition ng agglutination sa study niyo po. So, sabihin natin yung agglutination is the outcome or the result, mga ganon, that is to be observed during the study. So, yun po yung sinasabi po nating definition of terms. For example, you are going to use Staphylococcus aureus. By dictionary, technical meaning, this is a gram-positive bacteria that are coagulase positive, causes several diseases. However, these are normal flora of the nasal, the anterior nares. Hindi po ba? Ganun na yung explanation yan. So, period. In this study, this is the test organism wherein the extract of a certain plant will be applied. Yun po. Ano po? So, that is how, in short, you have to define it technically and you have to define it also operationally. Pag sinabi natin operationally, paano mo po siya ginamit sa iyong study. Okay? So, in the definition of terms, the key terms are the most important. So, ano po ba yung key terms? Yung key terms, yan po yung mga makikita nyo sa title. Serologic activity, agglutination, Pseudomonas aeruginosa, for example, lectin extra o lectin. So, you have to define, for example, ang pagkukunan mo ng extract ay santan or Anonas squamosa. Anonas squamosa, also known with the common name of atis or sugar apple, is a succulent plant or a plant that gives a succulent fruit which is sweet, ganyan. So it is how it is being explained in the books, okay? But in this study, the Anonas squamosa will be used as the source of the flavonoid extract. Parang ganon. Okay? So, you just have to indicate how are you going to use those terms in the study. So, ayun po yung mga requirement. So, again, I guess I have already uploaded yung introduction, objective of the study. Palagi ko na-upload ko ba? Tama po ba? Shout out kay Kale. Tama, no? Kale, alam ko na, ano ko naman yung. So, yun po. So, after this, this is only about less than 15 minutes. So, after this, we will have to meet and then discuss the title for group. Okay? Have a nice day. If there are any questions, please feel free to ask. I am always available through Messenger. Alam po ni Kale at Ras yan. Medyo natatagalaman lamang po ako sa pagsagot kasi kung minsan ay may iba po akong pinagkakaabalahan. But if need be, then you just have to leave a message and surely I will get back to you. Okay? Thank you so much and have a nice day. See you later, guys. See you later. Bye-bye.